the employee requirements. You must know about your own value. Being an employee, what are your values? You must know about the context, organization, what is going on inside the organization. It means that this is the pre-study. Pre-study means, or we can say pre-evaluation. Before going, you are evaluating. It means you are doing your homework. Rather than tomorrow you will be facing a problem, or you are exploring how to solve the problem, because you've already studied and you already explored and you already get the knowledge to tackle or to handle every sort of situation within the organization. For you as a newcomer, is very important. Now for employees, what is the need for employees? Employees are working inside the organization. Now when they are working inside the organization, they are highly factored, which for them that is promotion strategy, promotion. See, employees are working for the last of 5 years and 4 years or 3 years, 10 years in one position. No advancement, no promotion, nothing will be there. Now again, the thing is that what he or she needs to do that. Why? Because within an organization context, you need to study a lot of things which is make a hurdle for you or limitation for you for moving forward. You have to know about that. Maybe something will make a barriers for you. Now you don't know about that. When you study, you know about every barriers, every limitation which help you out to rectify or remove that and move forward. That one help for you. Being a manager, what you want to do? As we said, that managers are those who complete the work by others. Now, who are the others? They are the employees. If employees are not motivated, if employees are not satisfied, if the employees are not happy with you, so how can you take a best out of them? Being a manager, you want to take a best out of your employees. But unless and until if you don't know about your employees' nature, their mentality, their mindset, their perception, if you don't understand them, how can you take a best out of them? For understanding your employees, for understanding their feelings, their attitudes, their behavior, their personality, how they're motivated, how you can motivate your employees by the intrinsic motivation, extrinsic motivation. So how can you go with the different factors in order to put your employees with yourself? Another biggest problem and the biggest challenge for the manager, that is employee retention. Employee retention. Retention means to retain your employees and let them with you for longer hours. If suppose your opponents give them offer of double, but still he is working, he is giving a prefer to work with you. That retention is the most important thing. That turnover, employee turnover, employees leaving the organization. You must know about the cause that. What are the causes that employees are leaving the organization? Right? So you must know about that. When you are offering a job, you must know what is this job, job that we have that offer. You must know about the job, the nature of the job. And you must have the capacity, being a manager, to find out a suitable person for the position. A person who has all the dimensions, all the factors, all the important factors what you are looking for. All those skills that what you are looking for. Not hiring someone blindly. Not hiring someone blindly. Hiring someone with a proper evaluation. Is it clear?
Yes.
Now it's clear?
Yeah.
Okay, anyone?
In my opinion, organization behavior referring to keeping actually satisfied employee or those person or people who work in the organization, right? And we are going to analyze them in order to know about their expectation to actually satisfy them, right? So what is the main difference between human resource management and organization behavior and industrial psychology?
Yeah, that's the question, no? Difference between organization behavior, industrial psychology, and human resource management. See, under the context of organization behavior, these all comes. Like I said, that organization behavior is composed of different disciplines. Organization behavior is composed of a compile of different disciplines. It's compiled of psychology. It's a compile of organization. Yeah, it's compiled of anthropology. So almost 5 to 6 disciplines which compose of that. It means it's the contribution of all things, everything. Now see, inside organization behavior we have a part of we have psychology. Some like personality is a one factor of your one contact components of psychology, which is inside we will study about that. Now let me talk about differences. Now see, when we talk about HRM, human resource management, what do human resource management doing that? They are hiring people, recruitment, these things.
Yeah.
So what is the actually in recruitment, what is the procedure for them properly? They're calling for a CV.
Yeah.
They're first the order, they're first posted to the general public in order to send you a CV. Then they are shortlisted, then interview, flana again. Then a proper channel there. Now come to about industry psychology. There's a difference between industrial psychology and as well as with the HRM. HR hire with the help of with interview like this.
Yeah.
When it comes to industrial psychologists say no. I said remember that we said industrial psychology is highly considering on issues, different issues.
Yeah.
When it comes to selection process, industrial psychologists in here they come up with the psychological tests. They say that if you want to hire somebody, you have to make them go through a psychological different test, because this psychological different test will help you out to identify or get the appropriate candidate with yourself. Maybe through HRM, through human resource, you did that, but you haven't touched any psychological test. Tomorrow he or she have a problem with psychological. Now the psychological problem can be a hinder or a kind of limitations or barriers or error for you in selection. Now when it comes about selection process, recruitment, everything will be according to psychological process, issues and properly tactics is taught by industrial psychologists. When it comes to organization behavior in the context of we are individual, we're talking about employees, individual behavior, group behavior, and as well as organization structure. When it comes to variation, changes comes. Like for example, individual behavior change, how it affects on the organization. When it comes to group behavior comes, how it affects on an organization. When it comes to organization structure, leadership change, how it affects on an organization context. Now we can, the things that we can control that. It's a field which is highly concerned, organization behavior is highly concerned with the employees or human being situations. Organization behavior is highly concerned to the human being situations. What are situations? The situation might be their motivation, personality, turnover intentions, conflict, employees, politics, or we can say organization structure or their culture, anything. When their variation comes, how it affects. That effect, being a manager, you have to control that. You have to control that factor rather than why? Because of to disrupt your organization effectiveness. Clear that?
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay. Now see, importance of interpersonal skills. I said organization behavior is highly concerned with the human being, with the human being's issues, which comes under interpersonal skills. Now the importance of interpersonal skills. Now later on it can come to the organization behavior. Now say until 1980s business curriculum, until 1980s. In that time, business are highly focused on what? On their curriculum, on institute, colleges. They are highly concerned on what? On a finance, economic. Like say, they are highly concerned, emphasize the technical aspects of management. Focus on economics, accounting, finance, and quantitative techniques. Before 1980s, the education systems were highly concerned on these things. Accounting, economics, accounting, finance, and quantitative techniques. They ignore completely human skill. Human skill was completely ignored. Human skill was completely ignored. And until 1980s were highly concerned on these things. They believed that. They were believing that if they were believing that human being having nothing, human being has no input inside the organization. We pay you, they work. That's it. They believe their mindset was that human beings are a slave. That's it. They are motivated if we hire a salary. Only their They were measuring the success of the organization by what? By paying amount of money. Is it I pay you more, you work more. That's it. Nothing else. Is it I pay you more, you work more. If a company have high input, high salary, providing high salary, definitely employee will work harder. That was the concept at the earlier stages until 1980s. But completely ignore what? They were completely ignored the course work in a human behavior and people skill receive less attention. They give relatively less attention to the human skill. And what? In the past 3 decades, however, business faculty have come to realize the role of understanding human behavior plays a determining managers' effectiveness. Now see, until 1980s, we were giving less importance to the human skill, less attention. But after that, people realized that, the researchers all realized that. When they realized what? The past 3 decades, for the last of 30 years, 3 decades, it was almost, what happened? That however, they see that business faculty have come to realize that human skills are, the understanding of human behavior plays a determining role in managers' effectiveness. So if we want to know about the effectiveness of management, so we have to concern on human behaviors. Now see that how can we evaluate this manager is successful? How can we evaluate? Is it the evaluation what is the evaluation? The successful manager can be evaluated by who? Definitely by their employees, by the employee's behavior. It cannot be evaluated by earning. There is a lot of people who are successful, who are, many, they are earning huge profit with the help of their taxes, but still they are not famous or they are not favorable for the people. The people, many people who come up with their aggressive attitudes inside the organization, and they put pressure on their employees in order to do the work quickly. So definitely it's yes, the employees will do their work quickly. But when you ask from them that do you like your boss? He said no. Why? Because then see the evaluation by the employees and the managers. These are the managers not favorable. Whether your output is 100%, but still the people won't like you just because of your bad behaviors, just because of your bad tactics. As you are not favorable for the people. Now see, developing managers' interpersonal skills also helps the organization to attract and keep the high-performance employees. Now see, developing managers' interpersonal skill. Remember you asked a question that what is the importance of studying of organizational behavior for a manager? What is the importance? The importance is what? The skill is what? It helps the organization to attract and keep the high-performance employees. Now, when a manager study about the organization behavior, about the human beings, definitely he will be able to attract a high performer. Attract the high performer, or plus he can retain their employees within the organization. So you see, employees, and regardless labor market condition, outstanding employees are always in a short supply. Remember one thing inside the organization, you can sometimes some managers they feel that if an employee resigns, they say okay fine, they stamp on resignation. You go, no, that is the biggest mistake of a manager who accept the resignation of employees. That is the biggest failure of a manager. Why he wants to go from you that? Under your supervision, under your control, if somebody goes from you, say that is your failure, that's not your success. You believe that okay, he will go, I'll hire somebody else. No, that's the biggest failure of yours. You should have to retain, you should make them happy. They're supposed to employees work for you for a temporary base. Just because of what? Just because of the obligations. Just because of the market obligation, they will work for you. But make sure whenever they get opportunity, he will kick you. Whenever they get opportunity, they will kick you. But the most important thing is that when they get opportunity, but still they will